But yeah, with the additional -1, that's going to be. I mean, to be fair, all these gun drones are probably going to be hitting on 6s anyway against them. So
it's more about the -1 to hit, because
yeah.
I mean, think about it realistically. He's going to get the shot no matter where he puts his models. So unless they all fly up right behind him on top of that silo, which honestly isn't the worst thing because that means they're not on objectives.
Yeah,
they're still going to be only getting them out on a 5 or a 6.
I think the biggest fear for this commando is one of these Pathfinder gunners moving up and getting the Auspex essentially from the recon drone, because then it's hitting on 4s and I don't know if there's a comms over there too, but yeah, so he'd be hitting on 2s, so that could be potentially pretty dangerous for the boss mob, for the commando boss mob, that is. And this orc boy kind of just moves right out into the open over here.
Yeah, it might just be a case of using that boy as a meat shield for everybody else that's sitting on the point.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
All right, we got, looks like another advance roll here.
So one thing that I've wondered about, so I see on the elite knob over here, he's taken obviously he's got the big chopper, but he's also got a slugga. One thing that I've started doing recently with my knobs, and obviously I run more of a knob heavy list a lot of the time with my orcs, because you get 2 weapon choices with the knobs. I usually kind of just opt to not take a slugga at all and to just grab a choppa with whatever special weapon I just to get an extra attack, because most of the time I'm going to be advancing these guys, and even if I don't, that slugga is extremely unlikely to help as much as an extra attack would at strength 5.
Oh yeah.
But I see he's got the sluggas here, so obviously the commando has no choice, but
go for those 2 other guys.
Yeah, that's actually something I got from not really watching, but listening to Will Blood, the Heretic Astartes player.
Yeah.
He runs kind of a Khorne Berserker spam with, and he never takes pistols on his Khorne Berserkers. He always takes the chain axe and the chain sword just to get an extra attack from each combat.
Yeah, right. I was just I was listening to that podcast that we did with him just yesterday and the day before, because round 1 I had to face Heretic Astartes. So I was like, I should probably revisit this, and I'm glad I did, because that game was incredibly close. It looks like some more advances here.
So 8 inches for that boy, I believe. Or no, that's the that's the boy with the choppa. So far, no bodies plopping down in the middle yet. Probably for the best.
Yeah, this is that one LVO configuration that lends itself best to shooting. They're the most abundant open firing lanes in this configuration when you're deploying on the short boards than any of the other ones.
Yeah, the firing lanes are pretty serious on this map, on this deployment rather. There's some that are extremely close to each other. I believe I want to say, like, I'd have to look at that. Actually, I think I can look at it right here on the board if it'll let me. The one with the 2 triangles right next to each other is like the polar opposite of
the running
2B.
battle one.
Yeah. 2B and 5B are just like a complete bloodbath.
But even on the deployments that are on the long edges of the board, those are a lot nicer for melee armies, because you have the 2 silos that are stacked, so you can advance easily up to try and get behind those silos. But then you also have these big beefy containers that you can use to block line of sight. But
yeah,
with the angling and everything like that, everything is much more open on this side of it. And I felt that in a bad way on my game yesterday.
Yeah. like another advance, maybe, or oh, it's the ammo runt moving up, presumably to help that orc boy with the shooter.
Mm-hmm. That's a good grot leader back there.
Yeah.
He should. If he's not ready. Up. I just saw that measurement come out of that path. That demo.
Uh-oh.
You're not pegging that leader. I know how. That's a good grot he is.
Yeah. I like the profile that he chose for this grot leader.
Yeah.
Standing on the bags of whatever that is, looks like it's like gold bricks or something.
Yeah.
The
Holding
one
a
that I
commissar
chose.
hat.
Yeah, that's what that is.
Oh,
My
yeah.
grot leader. My grot leader's he kind of looks like what would be like a commando grot, where he's got the bandana over his face and he's holding the pistol.
I've got some ideas for some grot leaders. Alex printed 3D printed for me a wagon, like the radio flyer wagon, and that's gonna have a grot in it eventually.
This first movement phase for these two Hordish armies
It's gonna take a
always
while.
it's always going to be kind of a drag at first.
Oh, yeah. Just because they're both horde armies, there's so many models to move.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or, in the Tau case, maybe not so many models to move. They all just might ready up here. Though I don't think that's a very good idea.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I mean he could.
They got to spread out and he can easily cap that middle objective.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Even if it's with the shield drones, just kind of walking up and dabbing on the middle.
They just plug walk up onto the point, just dab.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do about it?
And that's the thing when it comes to this type of play with Tau that gets a lot of ire from the community. It's because it just becomes a game of keep away.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
You get in combat, you cross your fingers, you survive, and you just fly on to another objective and then just leave someone hanging. I'm curious to see if the up and at 'em tactic is going to help them out in this situation, because that's a really, really safe way to get into combat if you can survive the shooting with Tau, because for any of the listeners who
Whoa! And here's the Tau drone in action.
There it is. Yep.
And now he's contesting that objective because I'm not sure if that boy is on it.
I think
That
so.
might have been. Yeah, I think he's barely on. I think he's on the lip of it.
All right. Well,
Or at
get
least
ready.
It seemed like it was Alex's intent. I would guess.
He
Yeah.
might have communicated that intent, and usually, knowing the way Alex plays, if he's going to do something that might be a point of contention later, he's going to say, "Would you agree?" before he finishes his movement of that model, just to make sure that there's no argument later. So I'm sure he put him there 1 pixel on the on the objective after getting the approval of Brandon.
Oh, look, here comes that other drone.
Oh, that looks like the advance was just not enough to get him on the point, which is actually kind of huge.
I don't think he can even be there. Yeah, I think he's too close to
the
orc boy. But yeah, so as I was saying about the up and at 'em tactic, the wording on that tactic, they've had a couple FAQs to change it and they still haven't. So most people play the way that it says, is that even if you technically are not eligible to fight in the fight phase, you can use that 1 point tactic, the combat tactic, to walk a combat specialist into combat and just start. Doesn't matter if they fell back, doesn't matter anything, doesn't matter if they failed to charge. You could just walk in with a pile in. Correct. You start the attack sequence with step 1, which is pile in, and if you're within 3 inches, 4 inches technically, of anything, you can just start fighting, and that's a safe way to get into, even around a corner, into Tau.
Yeah, I have heard that before, and I know that was clarified in the LVO FAQ.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, at the very least, though, this gun drone that made it onto the point could wipe this ammo rent potentially, and then
Yeah.
At least contest it.
Yep.
Mhm.
And
And with everyone having advanced, there's really nothing they can do to answer that.
yeah. And then there's the first one in the middle. So Ryan, I want to ask you, what do you think if you're in this situation right now with Tau? What is your plan with the Pathfinder gunners, with the rail rifles, for this movement?
Well, he set him up. Oh man, I'm not really worrying. If I'm him, I'm not really worrying about what I'm doing with my Pathfinder railgunners now. I'm worried about where they're going to be turned to, if they're going to have line of sight, and how many targets there are going to be that can potentially charge them. So I think just probably flying in a shield drone or two into some orcs just to keep them locked down, and then just hoping that those railgunners are able to snipe off other targets. Probably the bigger, scarier close combat units like the boss knob up here in the tower, the commando boss knob with a power claw up in the other tower.
I think the commando boss knob is a pretty big threat.
Yeah.
With all that
The comms spec next to the sniper spec, I think, was a mistake. He definitely should have paired the demo spec wherever he is. Does he have a demo spec? Yeah, he should have paired that demo spec next to the comm specialist instead, because that sniper is already re-rolling ones. So get that demo spec right next to him, so he gets those buffs that the comm spec can bring. Or actually, I stand corrected. The Shazui does not have that piece of equipment that I'm thinking of. That's basically an Auspex. Oh, he's right next to that recon drone. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. Yeah. Yeah. See, he's just moving those Pathfinder railgunners now to get shots on target on the middle objective and the commando boss knob, and looks like this orc boy up in the tower here. I think he's just going to clog this bottom corner with drones. Yeah. I would have liked to see him have some more gunners come over here so they could get their shots on the boss knob and the orc boy up in the tower there. Yeah, I don't know what the thinking behind shifting all of them over to the right behind this bottom left container is. Because he's
got his eye on the commando boss knob.
Yeah, but but that's a lot to dedicate to taking out that one model, and he doesn't really need it. I mean, those Pathfinder railgunners, they're gonna be hitting on threes, I think, with the not the Auspex scan, but with the enhanced recon suite that the recon drone has built into it. Rapid fire 1, strength 6, AP -4. I think it might just be overkill if he's thinking of putting all three of those gunners into that single commando knob, and I would have liked to see him, because that whole movement, he's just denying himself more targets of opportunity. And when there's a horde like the orcs coming across the board at you, you need to kill as many as possible, or get flesh wounds on as many as possible before they just get up on you and get stuck in, and there's nothing you can really do about it.
Looks like they're moving, shooting. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm a little disappointed to see that he moved that shield drone from the veteran knob. That would have been good kind of buffer between the veteran knob and the leader, because that leader is very, very threatened right now. That entire backline is very, very threatened right now. None of his big guns are pointing at any of these on the lower side of the board.
Yeah.
Yeah, he could very easily get really, really close to that Pathfinder.
I'd be licking my chops if I was playing right now.
Yeah. Leaving that shield drone stuck in with or getting that shield drone stuck in, I should say, with the knob on the bottom left objective. that would have just shut them down for who knows how long because they've got that 5-up invuln. So,
4-up invuln and 5-up
four up,
feel
four
no
up
pain.
invuln, 5-up feel no pain. Yeah, exactly. It's
Mhm.
disgusting. Games
It
Workshop.
is.
Games Workshop, please fac.
Yeah, we'll work on it. 2021.
Yes, seriously. That's a 6. I don't know what's.
Well, if an orc rolled a 6, it's probably a save.
Yeah.
1 second, guys.
Looks like that drone took a flesh wound. So that's good for the orc player because they don't have that great leadership. Those drones. I think they got like leadership 6.
Yeah.
So if it shakes, then he'll be able to get that objective, assuming both those orcs are still alive at the end of the turn. Actually, I don't think it would be able to because this sub-faction, it gives him +1 to his leadership for the Tau player, right?
Sorry, guys, I'm back.
I'm pulling up the Tau subfaction real quick just to verify that.
Looks like we have some flesh wounds already that I missed on Orc Boy in the middle. And then some shooting on that.
On the drone. He's got his 2 shooter boys.
He did get 1 hit through, I think. 2 hits through on the, I believe it's the Orc Boy closer to the silo here. Although I could be wrong about that. In which case I would...
So, go ahead.
I'm a bit unsure about the targeting. I feel like I would have gone on... I guess he's... I'm not sure what happened there.
Yeah, and I just verified. Cecilia gives +1 to leadership as well. You were correct.
Yeah. So I don't think that recon drone is in any danger of shaking.
Or the gun drone, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, that gun! I just noticed that gun drone has a flash. Is that from the Shooter Boy?
Yeah, buddy.
Wow.
I mean,
How did that happen? Another thing with Evil Sunz. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, so you get close enough to an orc boy, he shoots on 5s.
Yeah, and something that's kind of underappreciated about the Evil Sunz tactic or subfaction is they don't suffer the penalty to shooting with assault weapons if they advance. Which everybody kind of focuses on the movement alone, but that's like a nice little bonus.
Which is why a lot of people, and I think Shane, you were tooting that horn as well about taking more shooter boys instead of choppas, because you can still advance, and you get that, you make up for that lost attack by getting to shoot.
I do have basically my roster that I'm running for this event has 2 lists with 1 Snakebite and 1 Evil Sunz. And my Evil Sunz is mostly shooters with a few Choppa boys.
I'm curious to see how that works out for you. I, for one, didn't want to make the change because I did not want to paint more boys.
Yeah, I mean, starting in the losers bracket, it's not a good start. But that was with the snake bites, so against a lot of reanimation.
It's the underground fight club. It's not the losers bracket.
Yeah, it's not the losers bracket. It's just Fight Club.
No, there's good players in that bracket though. I mean, George is in there. I know he's pretty good. Ryan, your opponent, looked pretty good.
Yeah.
It looks like one of those rail rifles. I think. Yeah. just took out the Commando Boss Nob.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Looks like I guess I called that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, he rolled a
that looked
4
like-
on the wound, no save, and then I think D probably 2 damage because he has 2 dice sitting over there and got a 4 and a 6.
Okay.
Yeah, that would do it.
He gave him the recon and the comms buff, yeah.
Oh, I mean, 2 wounds, Power
Yeah.
Claw, Leadership
Definitely.
7. There's
Yeah,
a lot of
definitely
value in
worth
that.
it.
Yeah.
Rerolling, I'm not sure who he's shooting with right here, but he did get a 6 on that
He
shot.
rerolled a 1, so I'm
So this
assuming
must
his
be the sniper spec shooting, yeah. Wound roll of 1.
He might be thinking about attack rolling that, but oh no, he doesn't have CP. I mean,
Yeah.
that's Alex has the 1 CP left.
Mhm.
So that gunner whiffed, but I think he's got the demo spec still that can shoot.
I'm not sure. He's missing a marker here, so I'm not sure if he just hasn't.
Yeah, I don't believe that demo spec has shot yet.
And it looks like he's got a pretty clean shot onto that boy up on the side.
Yeah, I was about to say, Shane, that's probably who he'll be taking out.
Actually, I think he's going for this boy with the flesh wound.
With the flesh wound on top of the... Which one?
The one right here in the middle.
Middle.
Right?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Although
Yep.
he fired 3 shots, so I don't know.
Well, he did shoot with the recon drone as well, so that might have been why. Yeah, and it looks like he is shot with his demo spec.
Another gun drone shot into that boy next to the silo. Rolls a 5 and a 3, so I believe that's 1 hit.
He's accidentally rolling 2 dice quite frequently.
Yeah, I was wondering about that.
Yeah. He's just picking up the 1, but both are getting thrown in there.
Oh, I believe he was slow rolling the gun drone shots.
He is, but he there was a couple times where he got 1 hit off 2 shots and then rolled 2 wound rolls. Anyway,
Oh.
I didn't think on accident. So that looks like
Whiffs on the other guy. Yep.
re-rolling both, I guess, and yeah.
So
I think that
that's all the shooting then, right?
Yeah.
I think probably a bit disappointed.
He did.
It's the Crumpin phase.
This is my favorite phase.
This is every Orc player's favorite phase. This is my favorite phase too, actually. Emmanuel, I'm curious to hear what you have to say about it, but I think that the fight phase is it's so much stronger than the shooting phase in the way that this game is currently set up.
100%. There's things you can do to help with those modifiers. As far as the -1 to hits, but it's so situational that you're usually hitting on what your weapon skill is, which for whoever you're choosing to be in the fight is usually going to be a 3-up for most melee models, and that's just really strong.
Yeah.
And not having to worry about any obscurity forcing you to a 5-up to take out of action.
Yeah, that's where it is. Just because it takes it from a 1 in 3 chance of taking a model out of action to a coin flip.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's huge.
So he's splitting attacks. The first 2 hits go into this gun drone, I believe, right here.
The upper one, I think.
Yeah. And he got 1 wound through, and it's AP -1. So does that actually save?
I don't remember what I think the gun drone is
If there's
a 5-up save.
Gun drones actually have a 4-up save because they fact it and they switched it from a 5-up save to a 4-up save in like the first fac.
So I think he whiffed the second shot, and then he So the first big choppa hit on the first drone was actually saved with the 5-up.
Yeah.
And then the third hit onto the second drone missed, and then he CP'd the missed hit into another one. So there was no crumping there.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Huh.
F.
Very
Drones are people too. Drones are definitely not people. Drones deserve to be cyberbullied.
That's going to set Alex pretty far behind then because of that 1 out of action. That's going to be 2 points over to Brandon, and I think Brandon has more board control. He's contesting the middle. 1, 2. No, I think they're even. They're even.
Yeah, they're 2 and 2.
Yeah.
That is pretty rough though, because that knob can essentially, I mean, depending on how the decisive move works, this knob can, or I guess, yeah, I mean, really depends on how that decisive move works, because they can take that knob out of the game for a round, potentially, with some fallbacks. It looks like a secondary was scored for Brandon.
Yeah.
And he got the high profile in that scout commando. That's huge. So, Emmanuel, I'm wondering, do you think it might have been worth it to just put all the attacks into one of the drones just to guarantee, not guarantee, but to try and hold more and prevent kill more?
I know what he was trying to do because he wanted to set himself up for a charge around to the back line. So it's a pretty big risk reward. I probably would have done what he did. Now, if that were my combat specialist, what I probably would have done is put all of them into one of the gun drones, and then did my consolidation and get around to the other side, and then try to eliminate that gun drone with all my chargers coming in later, and then walk my guy around the corner to fight one of the Pathfinders. But in that situation, I think with his focus on trying to get to that back line with all the guns, I probably would have done the same.
That's fair.
It's a 3-up to hit. It's unfortunate that he whiffed.
I mean, it was pretty low percentage for him to not get anything out of that. I mean, the one drone got the 5-up save.
Right.
That is the one downside of the big chop, which is otherwise, I mean, almost always the best take on a knob.
Okay, so it looks like the Tau have won the initiative here.
That's pretty big.
Yeah.
And I think they're both decisive moving.
Yeah.
So we're seeing a roll off, I think.
Yeah. And that's the move on Alex. And I think that's also the response that you should do to try and prevent that.
Oh. Well, at least he'll be able to move one model.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it actually doesn't affect Alex, really, because having lost the decisive move, if he moves one drone away, he's still in combat with the other. And then he could just get someone to charge in to lock that drone into combat, so at least...
Yeah, so I think what Brandon's trying to do is prevent the combat.
Yeah, from charging down.
I think that's actually a pretty smart play because
I
mean, if he locks that knob up, then I mean they're still the boys, I suppose, that can get in. And he gets, I don't know if that was the charge roll or if that was...
I don't think he's rolled his charge yet.
Yeah, I think he's thinking about it.
Charging with shield drone.
Yeah. Presumably into that boss knob.
Uh-oh.
Nope.
That's
I didn't even see Alex's Overwatch. I'm assuming he missed with the slugga. I wonder if he's thinking about re-rolling that charge.
I think Alex might be actually doing a little bit of teaching right now.
Yeah, that's what it looks like from the way the mouses are going back and forth.
We have a pretty active community, and more players come every week. So our LGS pretty much has put Alex and I in the role of teaching all the newcomers ropes as far as helping them choose their armies, helping them build rosters, helping them teach the game. So we slip back into that role quite frequently, even in tournament play.
Yeah, right. What's this boy doing?
So I don't think we actually said the score, but currently Brandon is up 4-1 in the second round for those of us who may have just tuned in or didn't catch that. Yeah, I think this is a pretty kind of foolproof situation for Alex right here. He got the charge. I believe it was a 12-inch charge total. So he can tie up those gun drones and keep his knob essentially doing something, the veteran knob. And I think that boy's actually within 1 inch of both.
Yeah, that's what it looked like.
Kind of a weird, like, you wouldn't think, but he actually is.
Yeah, I was in a similar situation in my last game where I was able to get a scout within an inch of a chaos cultist, even though right next to them, almost like diagonally, there was a berserker and a veteran vanguard with a power fist engaged in mortal combat. Hilarious.
Well, it looks like Brandon's contemplating his move phase right now, so a lot of tough choices to be made here.
Oh yeah.
I mean, this is the make or break moment for Tao. He had a very good first round. Didn't kill enough, but didn't kill as much as he would have wanted, but killed enough. And
looks like he's trying to move around that upper right container there and see if he can get a shot on the ground leader. I'm not sure if coming off that objective would be worth it. It might be, just because he has that other drone so close to the top right objective already. I don't know. He might also have a secondary objective where you get where you'll score a point for having a model of yours in the enemy's deployment zone, so you might be thinking about trying to score that too.
It looks like the shield drone here is charging, and the Orc boys are overwatching, but Alex rolled a couple of 5s.
It's also not a bad idea to try and get that drone away from there. That drone with the flesh wound. If that dies, the bonus objective on this map is killing an enemy model within objective that's closest to your deployment zone. So that could also net Alex another point right now.
So it looks like the shield drone just moves off the objective, maybe to prevent that. I guess. I mean, he probably wasn't going to score that anyway. So I guess in a weird roundabout way to prevent that bonus objective, that kind of works.
Oh, I was actually talking about the top right objective where he was looking around. You were talking about getting that. Yeah, getting that flesh wounded drone out of there.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose he can still do that. I'm not sure what the move would be with him, but.
Yeah, that's where I wish those gunners had been round 1. Shooting phase.
That's the spot. He could have easily cleared off both of those towers with those gunners.
Absolutely.
Or at least made attempts to, instead of throwing all of it into the command boss knob.
Yeah, I think it's going to be really hard for Brandon to actually get that high profile for the rest of the game. He can keep those. Alex should be able to keep those specialists locked in combat with drones. And as so long as that's going on, it's going to be really hard for him to get kills on those knobs.
Mm-hmm. And what's happening here in the middle is that this orc boy is just going to go buddy-buddy with that shield drone. If his shield drone stays where it is, there's nothing the shield drone can do about it. So that flesh-wounded orc boy is going to be relatively safe.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure who he's trying to shoot at, unless he's just trying to get away from the impending doom coming from the south side of the board.
Yeah.
Emmanuel, we have a complaint on the Discord from Hazak that he hasn't heard a single log from you yet on stream.
Well, trying to stay unbiased, even though I love my little green boys.
To be fair, I think this second round movement is going to be the WOG moment.
That's right.
So.
That's right. Well, let's see how many CP he has. Oh, he only has the one. He can't have a true WOB, but he can have a good one.
Okay. So, thinking about these gun drones, maybe over on the, I guess I want to say left or right side, but I guess it depends on where you're looking.
What ward orientation do you have the stream at? Are you looking at it with the command points facing normal?
Oh,
yeah, they're facing normally.
Okay, yeah. I'll just orient that way, so that way we can talk about this stuff easily for the stream.
Yeah, so that top right side is where I'm looking at that gun drone. And it looks like he's moving in back right now.
Yeah, it's kind of what I was suspecting he was going to do. Because that gets him at least...
Go
ahead. That will get him a shot on the Grot leader if he were to stay there, but honestly, if I get down to... he could still hide that Grot leader easily. He has enough room to move behind that barrel even more. Or behind that that container even more, and there are no threats from the south side of the board, so
yeah,
I'm not sure if moving him there to threaten the Grot leader, he's not really going to flush him out anywhere that anyone can get beat on him.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible also that he might be running recon sweep, and he just
that's what I was about to say, Shane. I think he's probably taken that objective. Surprised that he didn't score it last round though, because he very well could have.
I think he was within the deployment there, or I think he got max advance actually.
Yeah,
he did get a max advance, and he tried.
Oh, I was thinking of reconnaissance, not recon sweep. Sorry.
Yeah, if he has reconnaissance, well, I guess not anymore. He just moved those drones back. I think he could get it now. And he could still get he could have still gotten reconnaissance this round if he wanted to by just putting the drone in the corner, on the top right corner. But he moved it back a bit, and so I don't think he's taking reconnaissance.
Yeah.
I would imagine maybe hip shot.
I could see that. Yeah, just because the 36-inch range of the Pathfinder railgunners, I could definitely see him taking that as a secondary here.
Well, maybe not then, because I think he would have gotten it for the commando. For some reason, I thought the railgun.
Yeah, you're right.
Then 36.
I think it might be 30. I think it's 30 actually. Yeah. I don't know. It's been a while since I played Tau, but they were my main for about a month or two, I think.
Maybe he has Death from Afar. I don't know. I would bet he has one of those, and he just didn't get it with the kill. It looked like a charge going down from this shield drone onto the Orc boy.
Yeah. He also declared everything by the top right objective.
Oh, yeah.
It's actually not too bad.
I predict we're going to see a lot of crumping on that shield drone right in the middle.
It's pretty tasty for at least 2 orc boys to get in on.
Emmanuel, if you had to make some guesses right now, what do you think Alex took for secondaries? Because I have some predictions, but...
Well, whenever you're really, really focusing in on melee combat, there's a couple objectives that almost seem obvious. You can go one of 2 ways with proximity alert, because that can be a nice consolation prize if you can't seal the deal. And it can also be manipulated in a way that lets you daisy chain through drones. So I wouldn't be surprised if you took proximity alert. And the daisy chaining through drones, what I mean is if you pile in and get in combat with a drone and then put another orc boy or whatever have you just outside of combat, you're still within the 2 inches to score proximity alert, even though you're kind of moving your way forward through a drone cluster. So if you're killing them all, you're scoring proximity alert by doing that kind of daisy chain movement. If you're not killing them, you're at least scoring by being stuck there. So proximity alert wouldn't be surprising. And then in the same breath, recon sweep wouldn't be surprising either. And with all the charges you need to make to stay viable in this game, vicious assault seems like a no-brainer. So I would be shocked if you didn't take vicious assault.
Yeah, I was going to say, I would imagine probably vicious for sure, and then maybe cut apart and proc.
Yeah, it's either cut apart or proximity alert. I would take one of those, but I would take relic hunters with either of those, just because you're going to have that forward momentum, those pile-ins and consolidations that you could probably score quite a bit on that.
Yeah, relic hunters I think is really stood out as being a really powerful secondary for this packet.
If you're competent with pile-in and consolidation, and you're setting up your charges to allow for a lot of movement shenanigans, then it can be really strong. But I find that a lot of people speed through combat way too quickly and not take those movements into consideration. And that's where relic hunters can become incredibly powerful if you're making good use of it in that respect.
All right.
Another charge. So, not sure who this. I think this is from the combat. He's looking to get onto that drone right there, and he just got a 6 in. See, I think because it's measuring diagonal right now, and Alex is trying to figure that out. But I think he gets there.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got onto that one.
Oh, that's good.
So he's probably gonna end up tapping that point. And honestly, I don't know if the tower are gonna hold one.
That's a lot of crumping about to go down there.
Yeah, the decision to... Oh, go ahead, sorry.
Oh, I was going to say, I think the shield drone right at the front of that gun line, not the shield drone right in front of the Pathfinder Gunners, but that's right at that choke point that failed the charge. That might just be within 6 inches of his backline. I'm not sure since I can't measure as a spectator, but I think he was contemplating charging into that shield drone.
Yeah.
But then he decided not to with all those rail rifles that would be able to fire Overwatch.
I think you're right about that. I think he is within 6 of at least a couple of the Pathfinder Gunners and maybe the... what do you think about the decision to run these gun drones away from the point? In the top left here.
I'm not sure. I mean, I know why he did that. He wanted to make the charges harder. But, I mean, that's probably like a 9-10 inch charge. It's not too hard to get in, but he's also just giving up that point entirely. So, I mean, right now, Alex controls 4 points on the board, which is gonna be hard to peel away from him in round 3 and 4. So unless miracles happen, Alex is gonna have hold 1, hold more, and should at least get kill 1. So it's gonna be the complete inverse of the first round. I think pulling those gun drones off and not keeping that point control is really gonna hurt him in the next couple of rounds.
Yeah, I mean, not getting hold of 1 is
Exactly.
is going to be rough.
Yeah.
And I think at this point, it doesn't look like there's much doubt that he's going to lose out on hold 1, unless this shield drone in the middle really does some. Well, no, I mean, he's only got 1 attack, so no.
Yeah. Exactly.
Unless he does that work.
Never mind. Maybe. Yeah, I don't even know how it's going to be possible, barring some tactics, because I know Tau they have a movement tactic in the shooting phase, don't they, Ryan? But I don't think he can use it with the CP he has.
He's got 1 CP. I think he can. The only issue is that movement tactic. It only applies to Pathfinders. And all of his Pathfinders are way beyond probably any sort of decent chance of getting on an objective. Yeah,
Okay.
the Tau, they have a tactic where instead of... Yeah, that's right, Luke. They have they get a 2d6 advance move instead of shooting in the shooting phase. So, I mean, it's possible, but yeah, it's possible, highly unlikely.
I missed what happened there. Was that a failed charge?
I think he just moved him,
Okay.
strangely
Maybe.
enough.
Maybe just setting up for a threat in the next round.
Yeah,
I mean, you're going to have a...
he can make a blind charge onto that whole back line with that orc boy from where he is right now.
He's going to have to survive a lot of shots from these gun drones to make that happen. And you can bet your bippy that this boy right here is is a priority target for these gun drones. Nothing else matters right now to him.
Yeah. To be fair, it's going to be a 5 on the injury table, so it's going to be kind of tough for him to take him out. I mean, I think he should be able to, but
I think this orc boy gets a name if he survives. I got one planned for him if he survives. He's earned a name.
I'm excited to hear it.
So despite my crushing defeat with Sisters yesterday, I'm still pretty amped about actually building them out. And much like I do with all my other alt kill teams, I've already started to orcify Sisters. And
Gosh.
I'm most proud of my Gottfried that I've put together, or how Alex and I have named Gorkfrog de Morkkrump. He is an Ardboy, so a fantasy Iron Jaws orc, so ironclad armor and all that good stuff. And Alex gave me the faceplate of one of his Castellan knights to use as a storm shield, and it's come together quite nicely.
I'm very excited to see it.
Yeah, I can't wait to see that.
It is a glorious disaster.
Yeah, when you first put up the picture of the Orc Watch on Daka Watch on Reddit, I sent it to Shane like as soon as they saw it. I was like, dude, look at this.
Oh, that's funny. You saw that too?
Oh yeah, everyone's seen it. Yeah.
So we're pretty close with the Knights Cast guys. We play with them quite a bit, and we're part of their RPG, their Dark Heresy playthrough that they're doing on their podcast as well.
Yeah, I've been listening to that. I love that. It's so good.
Happy to hear it. We have another one coming pretty soon. We're planning a COVID filming session, recording session over Discord to get another one of those Dark Heresy episodes out.
Good. I've been waiting for the longest time. I'm like, when is it coming out? I need to.
Ryan, do you think you can start checking Twitch chat?
Yeah, no, I've been watching it right now. Yeah.
Okay. And the only reason we ever connected with the Knights Cast guys was because Ben from Knights Cast saw my Daka Watch on Reddit as well. I was like, this is amazing. And he reached out to me because of it. That's so funny that you saw that too. That warms my heart. Thanks for sharing that.
Oh yeah. Or Evil Sunz. That's the name of the Orc sub faction.
Yes.
I said Red Suns for some reason.
Yeah, I think you said that to me the other day, and I didn't correct you, so I think I'm in part responsible.
Well, I mean, they're all like leg goes faster, and so I'm like, all right.
I mean, that's the truth.
Looks like things are happening now. We're seeing some Overwatch shots. Maybe somewhere. Maybe not.
I'm not sure because he threw down some move markers for those boys up there.
Oh, we're in shooting phase.
Yeah.
Because that drone just shot. Okay,
Yeah.
I saw Brandon rolling dice. So.
Yeah.
And this orc boy who did regular move, I think he's going to take a shot, maybe, or maybe the shootist going to go first.
So I think Alex is going to have a ton of faith in Shooter Boys because in a BAO game we played, I sniped his leader with a Shooter Boy on Hot 6. Hot 6 came from an ammo run reroll. So he might be putting a little bit too much faith in that Shooter Boy. Oh,
hitting on
that's a good
sixes. He's
shot.
got the ammo rent. He's got one reroll.
Oh, I don't think he remembered.
Oh, yeah, I think he forgot. He's not doing it.
It's easy to forget. You just think of him as a useless 3-point model that just helps
Like
you
a
get
garage.
objective control.
So a wound just went through on the boy over here, the obscured boy, and looks like he didn't save it, needing a 5-up, and he's out.
He doesn't get a name then.
Yeah, no name. What was your name going to be? Can you share that?
Uggums.
Lovely. All right, another shot. I don't know. I'm assuming this one's going into the boy up on top of the silo.
I don't think he has. Yeah.
I think this
So with
orc boy.
Alex, Alex does have vicious assaults. I just panned over. He scored that at the end of movement phase.
Okay.
No brainer when you're doing that many. If you're not getting vicious assault, you're losing. So,
yeah.
So you might as well be taking it because it's what you were going to do anyway.
Yeah, I've been running white scars, basically a combat-oriented white scars list as the other half of my roster for this tournament. And what I've found is that basically since like Grump phase incoming is that because only 3 of my models are really like dedicated to getting stuck in combat.
So can we actually incite a wall real quick? I need to make good by Hazak's request.
Oh yeah. Well, how many? Okay, go ahead.
So we just got to get a wah going.
I'm proud. I'm proud to have that on stream.
Yeah.
Ryan, what were you saying?
It's like vicious assault for the majority of assault-based kill teams is, I think, a must-have in this to take as a secondary in this packet. But what I've found, because my roster only consists of 6 models, and only 3 of those models are really truly dedicated to getting stuck in close combat. Sometimes I will only be able to have one of those 3 be able to make a charge in a phase.
Yeah.
So more often than not, I'm not taking vicious assault just because you like need the bodies to do it, not just be a close combat army.
I was going to say my snakebite knobs have. I've been reflecting on that a lot lately. There's some situations where you just don't have 2 models that you can commit to charging on like 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Anyway, it looks like the veteran or the combat knob putting some hits into that drone next to him with the power claw, and he whiffs with the 1 on the wound roll.
That's disappointing. Is the other 2 going into the other one probably?
Yeah, he gets 2 hits though. Needing 2s. Let's see if he gets some more 1s in the wound.
There you go.
2 wounds. That cuts right through.
Yeah.
D3 damage.
Oh, crack that shell.
Ah,
Huh?
Needing
Here's-
a 4-up.
Gets
he
it.
gets
Does
it
get
though.
it.
Oh, that's a happy orc dice. Oh, that's a happy orc dice.
I should really consider using those. I think that might be my big issue.
Yeah,
The orc
so
dice.
he has definitely taken
Relic under.
yeah,
Yep.
because
And
he's
cut
just
apart.
flipped that drone over.
And he'll just pile in with his veteran right there and pick that up.
So I believe, yeah. he
Or
just
the
needs to be
boy,
within,
actually.
Yeah. He just needs to be within 1 inch of the center of the token at the end of the phase. So
Which I think for these gun drone, he's just going to have to touch it. I think
Yeah.
that's roughly 1 inch. But I forgot about this orc boy on the side. That's the guy who will have to pile in because the veteran's a little blocked there.
yeah. And it looks like the veteran is attacking right now. And he didn't get the wound roll, but he's going to re-roll it into a 4. So that gun drone might be getting a 5-up save if I'm looking at this correctly.
I actually think it was the gun drone that made the attack. Rolled 2 6s in a row. I may be.
It's kind of hard to keep track here just because it shouldn't have been the veteran because he has 2 chargers left. And the veteran did not charge.
It could have
So
just
Yeah,
been
there's
Billy.
no way it should have been the gun drone.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like the orc boy is attacking now over on the.
We played out of order. Yeah, okay.
Well, the orc boy gets 2 hits. Wounding on 4s actually, because drones are toughness 4 for some reason.
Yeah, for some reason.
Made out of adamantine.
Yeah.
And the drone makes
Gotta
the
say.
save.
It's disappointing.
That drone is, I think that's the same one that made the save last time against the Big Choppa.
Games Workshop, please. Please fix.
I think he's doing his consolidator right now. There it is.
Yeah.
I got a little panicked for I got a little panicked for a second that he forgot about.
Okay, I'm just now noticing. Do you guys see the way that the gun drone is when you flip it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that is cursed.
Why is it like that?
It shouldn't be. Every other model that we flipped over, it just goes straight into the table.
I think we've proven at this point that the drones don't play by the same rules.
Well,
so
yeah, no. See, the reason it's like that is because it has the fly keyword.
I think you cut out there for a second, Ryan. I didn't hear that.
I said the reason the drone is like that is because it has the fly keyword.
Well, that's a dead ammo runt. Actually, that shield drone just whacked it and got the kill.
Oh wow!
It looks like the Brandon's pulled out thinned their ranks.
Interesting.
We're taken out of action in that battle round. Okay, yeah.
Oh, yeah, because of the orc boy over here that got shot down on the top left.
Mm-hmm.
Murder drone.
I'm not sure who's fighting here for the orc boys, but it's one of the orc boys. I'm guessing into that shield drone on the bottom right, and gets 2 wounds through, so 2 4-up invulns. Fails in both.
No.
Only needs 1. Oh, it's
it's on the gun drone, I guess. Oh, this was the veteran knob.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not sure if this orc boy in the center's fought yet, or maybe he just forgot to flip over that charge token.
We might have missed that, and I think he whiffed anyway. So.
Mm-hmm. So he is now doing his consolidation to get closer around that corner. That would be a blind charge on that shield drone.
So far, both have killed 2 this round, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So still some pretty important charges to. Yes. Where are these hits coming through? See, Alex is rolling hits, presumably from an orc boy.
Wardy in the chat has said, I like how the orcs have shown restraint to punish the decisions to fall back off the top objective by not charging them at all. Yeah. I 100% agree with that. I mean, he's fallen back off the point. Why, like, go for that when you're already going to be getting holed more? You're just
Now
exposing
you
yourself to the
see,
fire.
Orks don't run away from a fight; they just run to a different one.
Yeah, that's yeah. No, that's not even an exaggeration. There's like multiple instances of that happening in like the books and stuff.
Yep.
So we just got an out of action on the shield drone in the middle.
Oh, nice.
So that's actually
big.
pretty huge.
Kill
Yeah.
more. That's kill more for Alex right now, and also loosening up those guys to make some more charges.
Yeah, that's a pretty big result there. And that was on the shield drone too, so we failed the 4-up invuln and the 4 on the 5-up pain.
Mm-hmm. I think he was seeing if he can get within 1 inch of that shield drone with a consolidation, but unfortunately, no. So this is something I always forget. If a model itself cannot react, can for the greater good proc?
I believe it can.
Yeah, I think so too. I always have to look that up because I don't play Tau enough because I actively avoid them. So it's something that I always have to look up.
The bottom right over here, the shield drone just made a 4-up invuln save against one of the Orc boys. So the second Orc boy is gonna, with just the Shuda. Actually, I think Alex has maybe just rolled too many die for the Shuda boy in combat.
Yeah, he might have done
that.
Unless, well, did he roll 3 for the first one?
He rolled 3 for both. I think.
Okay.
But it doesn't matter because the shield drone
rolled a 6.
That is a Crumpin drone right down there. That's the only one.
Yeah, really.
It's actually an Orc.
There's a Grot in there.
For the greater Mork.
Yeah. I think I showed Shane my Tau Orcs.
Oh yes, I saw the picture of those where they got the little Gretchen faces sticking out of the stealth suit body.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they're figuring out morale phase right now. So this gun drone back here is making a nerve test.
Yeah.
On the right. So he's got 3 dead friends, I believe. So
that would
what
be
is he
4-up.
So that's a shaken drone then, I believe.
Yeah, so he's 7 minus 3, so he would need 4-up would shake it, right?
Yeah. Well, is the drone leadership 6 or 7? Did they
7 because of Sassy.
Oh, so that's actually he's fine then.
You're right. I can math. It has nothing to do with the rye whiskey I just drink.
Oh yeah.
Now this Orc boy is going to take a nerve test, and the odds are a little rough here. So I think he fails on a 4-up too.
Oof.
Wait, is he within 6 of it? Oh no, he's not. I don't. Well, actually, is he within 6? Oh no, it's within 3 for keep an order, right?
It's within 6.
Is it? Because he might be within 6 of this Nav veteran over here.
He might be.
In which case, he's fine. I do think, so he is. Well, he's listing him as shaken right now, but this other Orc boy next to the silo on the right side is shaken because he's. Well, I guess he would also be getting keep in order from the ammo rent, but Alex marked him down as shaken. So actually, if this Orc boy is shaken, that he doesn't hold that metal point. Not that it matters, though.
Yeah, guys in the chat, I'm fairly certain that for the greater good works even if the model that's being charged cannot shoot, and line of sight is obviously required.
Yeah.
Looks like they're
Looks
going
like
for
Orks.
initiative.
And Orcs got it.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the third secondary is for Brandon.
Mm-hmm. So right now, just to recap points, it looks like it is 5 total for Brandon, and it is 8 total for Alex.
Yeah, huge turnaround.
Yeah.
That was a huge
Mm-hmm.
second round from Alex. I mean, he just got 7 points, didn't he? Because he's
4 plus 3. Yeah.
he got the max points. I mean, outside of the bonus.
Mm-hmm. And that's typically how I find Orcs do. You're always going to be a little bit behind round 1, unless you have very favorable deployment and you lose initiative to a very aggressive team, right?
Yeah, I'd say so.
I'll be back 1 second.
Sure.
Okay. I'm not sure what's going on with the shield drone. He just rolled. I think he's advancing with that shield drone actually, and he's trying to get over onto this point, but I don't think he can.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Hazak, the Howling Banshees, they just shut down any sort of Overwatch.
What is that shaken token doing right there?
What shaken token where?
Oh, I think he was marking where the shield drone was. Well, the shield drone has a 13-inch advance right now, and he's just trying to figure out.
Holy crap.
It looks like he's just going to plant him on top left objective.
Yeah.
We are in battle round 3, correct?
Yep. I'm going to go change the counter right now.
So the Orcs won that initiative, I believe. But did he just decisive move just to get that shield drone out of the way?
I'm not sure. I was looking at chat whenever it could have happened. Lots of measuring going on. They're measuring to the to that gunner. So
Okay, so I was right. That was a decisive move from the shield drone to get up there. Very interesting.
yeah, I don't know about that move. Because it's just going to get charged now, where he could have tried to.
I mean,
Well, that was an advanced move, right?
Yeah, it was going to get charged already.
I would have rather had charged that shield drone into the model that Alex would have charged with.
Yeah, that's what I would have thought. But
And then the rest of those gun drones, they can just get on that point anyway. So I just think that was just a pretty big movement mistake.
To be fair, one of those boys is shaken, so I guess it's not as much of a threat.
True. Lots of lots of charging going on here. Lots of blind charges. This is exactly what Alex wants. Charging into that Tau fusillade just set up. But none of them are going to be able to fire Overwatch, really. Even with For the Greater Good, because they're all so well hidden out of line of sight from any sort of Tau model within range.
So,
Alright, so a strong 3-inch charge.
Technically 4 because of
Yeah.
Sunz, but he gets an 8 on the reroll.
Yeah, so this might get him. It's going to be close.
6, 7. I don't think the 8-inch charge gets him in.
No.
Unless he wogged, which I don't believe he did.
Well, he's got both his CPs still, so he definitely didn't.
Yeah, he's just going to. Hey, he's just going to stay on the point there.
That's an unfortunate whiff on the Knob veteran charge. I think he needed like a roll of 8, I believe, and he got this.
Yeah. So I believe the orc in the very bottom left corner there is going to charge all those same targets.
Probably no reaction.
By any chance, do you remember what he rolled for his first charge?
It was a 4.
Oh, it was a 4, so it wouldn't have been worth using. Here we go then.
So here's another charge distance of 8.
It was a 1 and a 2, so technically a 3 plus the Evil Sunz. So definitely not worth. So he gets a 7 on that charge. That might get him in.
Yeah, I think it does.
Looks
So it's
like it
3.
barely. Just on the demo spec, though.
That's still something.
Yeah. So he can't use the regular Orc reroll charge because it specifies failed charges, and that's technically a success. But he could Here We Go for the 1 CP. Here we go.
I probably would, honestly, because chances are you'll at least get the same.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a 1 in 6 chance you don't, and it looks like he is.
He is, yeah. Just don't roll a 1. That would be devastating, a 1 right here.
Just roll it.
It's a 3.
So he might get into 2 now instead of just 1.
That stressed me out so much.
Or maybe
they might have been saying that he needed it.
Yeah, okay. I was misunderstanding. I thought he had just the demo and he wanted to get more, but looks like he didn't have anything and he wanted the demo. Not really exactly what he wants, but
I mean, he's stuck in now.
yeah.
Kills that model, consolidates into the next gunner. He's stuck in, and he's going to be stuck in for the remainder of this game with that model.
Yeah, this is a big opportunity for Brandon, though, because one of the knob specialists is not able to do anything, which means there's a chance he's going to be able to try and shoot it off the board for a high-profile target.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really going to depend on the rest of these movements, but the ammo run, or the Gretchen leader just charged into that shield run.
Hell yeah. That's a good leader leads by example.
Well, there's also the tactic of lead by example that you should be thinking of too.
Yep.
But in the reality of it, that at least guarantees him the vicious assault because he only had 1 successful charge so far.
True.
Yeah, so at least he scored that, which I think he already marked down. Nope,
yeah.
Not yet, but
and
just scored it.
And this late in the game, or you go ahead, Shane.
I was going to say, just the other day, I actually, on stream against George, I charged my Gretchen leader in round 1 just to get a lead by example attack off against one of his Harlequins with a knob.
It's one of those tactics people forget about because everyone's used to hiding the leader.
Yeah, it's pretty effective. It's like a discount decisive strike.
Yep. And then you can also daisy chain that into not itching for a fight. The combat veteran one.
Up and Atom.
Yeah.
Okay, I actually am really glad that I'm not the only one who mixes those two up.
No, and
you're also an Orc player, but I've mixed that up before.
Orcs.
Yeah. No, and when you think about it, like Up and Atom, that's partial slaying. Like that's definitely something that you could see being an Orc tactic.
Yeah, for sure.
Also more bullets.
That too. I've always mixed that up. Well, not always, but
that's the same thing as Daka, right?
Yeah. Well, no, it's 1 extra shot instead of shooting again.
I'm being facetious. It's just more shooting.
But when I started playing the game, I would constantly mix that up, thinking that more bullets was just another Orc tactic because it just sounds so ridiculous.
Yeah. So then you just stopped using big shooters, and then we haven't had the problem since.
Oh yeah, that was back when we started. So I had the Luda box, and there was cause for it. Looking like a charge from this Orc boy onto the gun drone and the shield drone.
I think just that shield drone, and he was just measuring for the greater good distance. So it looks like he's only going to get 1 chance to overwatch.
Yeah, I think you're correct. Because if he charged the gun drone, he would get
all 3.
Yeah.
And there's really no need to, right? I mean, he has plenty of opportunities to kill at least 1, if not 2, models right now. And the rest of it is just making sure he doesn't get killed and shaken to maintain his board presence.
Yeah. I'm not sure. Did that combat knob whiff a charge as well?
I don't think it's charged yet.
Okay, I think you're right, actually, because they're saying yeah.
Oh, interesting.
I guess so. Yeah, they didn't have the charge token out. I thought I saw him
Mm.
rolling for it earlier. So that Overwatch, he gets a 6. Looking for a 3, and he gets it. So looking for the Orc Boy t-shirt save, I think. Oh, okay. Now he's saying that the vet did.
Yeah.
So I guess we're still waiting on that combat.
No save. Needs a 5 up. Makes it.
He gets it. Wow.
I mean, that was the right move, honestly. I would have done the same.
Yeah. Pretty huge to get that kill 1 in the movement phase already.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hazak in the chat doesn't really have an idea of what he wants, how he could counter Eldar Banshees with his Tau. I think I think the best thing for that to happen would be Shade. You had proxied some Banshees against my Tau a few months ago, and basically the best way to do it is just make sure that none of your models can get charged turn 1, and then move all your models in such a way as to just have line of sight on those Banshees, and then just pour all your fire into them, or as much fire as it takes. Yeah, you just got to shoot them off before they can get to you. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, if you can prevent a turn 1 charge, that's pretty big. Back when I did that, that was like my first time literally ever playing with Austriani, and I made some horrendous movement decisions. But I mean, if it's like a veteran Exarch Banshee, I'm not sure what to tell you in that situation for Tau. Usually the answer to a veteran move charge is Decisive Strike, but Tau don't really have the muscle to
No, they don't. They don't know what
that
they don't know what a gym is. I don't know.
So,
You could try running a crisis suit. I don't know how those guys perform in melee, but
so it looks like right now,
yeah, that's true. You can
Alex,
shut them down with a shield drone. Sorry, you go ahead.
yeah, so it looks like Alex was contemplating just doing a small movement with his combat knob at the bottom to pick up that bounty hunter token. But it looks like he decided instead to walk all the way around to that corner, possibly to set up for a charge next round. Maybe even to hopefully screen that corner to be a little bit of a threat with up and at him with anything trying to come around that corner right there. Maybe just kind of keeping the pressure on, because at this point, like, there's two ways that you can kind of push this game: either really play aggressively to get those kills, or kind of play intimidation to try and quarantine the Brandon up to that top corner, which he showed slowly shifting his gun line that way.
Yeah.
looking like an advance from that first gun drone, the one that I got the Overwatch kill. So he's getting 12 inches. He's just going to march up.
I mean, he's right next to a readied stick bomb and ready to shoot a boy. Is that a shield drone or a gun drone?
That is a gun drone.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, that's right. Fired Overwatched.
I think there's there's a shield drone in combat, and then there's another one kind of sitting next to the recon drone.
Mm-hmm.
So this one he's moving up just to sit on the point, it looks like. That way he'll be at least contesting it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, ideally the shield drone should have pretty good odds of surviving.
Whoa, and this last one he's advancing with, so that's 15. No, that is not 15. I don't know how to do math either. Holy crap. So that's 10.
Not even close.
Not even. Oh, they have 8. It's the Pathfinders that have 7. Yeah. All right.
I was going to say the 15.
Yeah. He had like just measured out 15, and I was like, oh, okay. Was that another advanced rule he just did?
Yeah, he's advanced.
Ooh, and he will be able to get on that center objective there.
Yeah. And he's currently holding that because that boy in on the objective is taken right now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and this is just what Tau drones do. They just fly all over the place. More often than not, you should be advancing them because more often than not, well, at least against obscured targets, they're going to be hitting on sixes anyway. So,
Man, it's pretty huge that Gretchen leader actually got that charge through. I'm not sure what the distance was, but
oh my
the
goodness,
potential. Oh wow,
what is
the potential
happening
for that.
here?
Yeah, I was gonna say the potential for that shield drone to fall back out of combat was actually kind of scary for Alex, but the charge was clutch. And then that's a 10-inch advance from the recon drone.
I am in. That is a very brave move. That is a very brave move. Because he's so close to that combat spec.
I mean, by design though, he wants to totally block that area off. I mean, that's a pretty big base in that area.
Yeah. And it is a 2-wound model, but it's like that's a huge piece of equipment that Tau need to get their shooting to be exemplary.
And he's moving away from it.
Yeah. And as soon as he moved that drone there, and see, now that he's moving all the models back anyway, it's like he didn't even have to do that.
And honestly, the only shot he really has is just that shaken boy in the middle.
Right.
Yeah.
So moving the gun drone, the 2-wound model there, at least gives him a bunch of burst fire cannon shots on the knob.
And if I'm not mistaken, Alex can use up and atom with that combat knob to get onto the recon.
That's exactly in the first movement phase. I was predicting that he was going to try and up and atom into combat, and I think that's why he walked back instead of standing on that point and trying to get trying to pick up the bounty hunter. He put himself right about there just to either bait someone closer to block like he did and get an up and atom, or at least set up another charge, and that's exactly what's going to happen. Just got to survive a bunch of burst cannons. At least he's obscured, question mark? Yeah, he's obscured.
Yep. I mean, I could see...
Yeah,
he does have 2 CP, so he could use like the enhanced recon suite, but I don't know. I just think that's so many resources being put into try to kill or block this model, where it just really wasn't necessary.
Yeah, it's a very low percentage chance to kill in the shooting phase against the 2-wound.
Yeah.
Especially with the 4-up save being a knobs, boss knob.
Yeah, the 4-up save is huge for the elite knobs.
So it looks like we did a stick bomb shot right there.
Oh, with the ammo run onto that gun drone.
Yeah.
What is his ballistic skill? Is it a 4-up like a regular grot?
I believe so.
Oh, so he actually got 2. He got 2 hits through. Wounding on a 5 gets 1. Needing a 4-up save.
Gets it with the 6.
Gets it.
Of course. Because drones.
Yep.
I mean, 4-up save, toughness 4. It's kind of wild.
You're telling me that these Amazon drones with machine guns are just as strong as Space Marines? Games Workshop. What is this?
It looks like we're gonna see this recon drone unload into the snob now.
This is the make or break it moment.
Yeah, and it's not. It's extremely unlikely. I just don't.
Oh, it's actually the slugger shot, which missed.
All right, and now it's shooting back.
I think now the recon is going to shoot back.
Yeah. All right, here we go. So this is going to be 4 shots.
On 6s, right?
Yeah, only one.
Gets 1 with a reroll. Gets 2. Yeah, that obscurity was pretty clutch for him. But he gets the wound through, but it's only going to be 1 wound, so that's not going to kill the knob regardless of this 4-up save, which he gets.
Makes it. Nice. That's a good get. I may or may not have a favorite in this race.
Yeah.
It's not just because it's Alex. It's mostly because it's Orks.
I was gonna say, I feel like it's if anything, it's the Orks.
I love my boy Alex, but gotta choose between him and Greenskins.
Yeah. Would you say that Alex's playstyle this game has been a little more brutally cunning or a little more cunningly brutal?
It's Alex, so it's always going to be more cunning than brutal.
Okay.
That guy's a cogboy at heart.
Looks like 2 hits with one of the gun drones.
Onto a shaken boy, I believe.
Yeah.
Who's also flesh wounded.
Just 1 hit. Oh, because of the flesh wound, yeah. So just 1 hit, wounding on a 3, and he doesn't get it. That's unfortunate, because that's a pretty decent chance to kill if he gets that one through.
Oh, okay. Looks like that gun drone, or he wants to shoot that gun drone into that boy on the top right point.
I think it's actually the pulse carbine.
Yeah. Yeah.
He gets 1.
Oh, that's not a drone. Oh.
Yeah, this Pathfinder, it's the in the back. He doesn't wound, though, and I think he's spending his CP.
Ooh, I don't know about that.
Yeah, I feel like if you're going to spend a CP on a wound roll, it would have been on over here with the gun drone in the middle. Because it's a t-shirt save. It's wounding on a 3, and then a t-shirt save, and then a 3 up to kill. So now it's that gun drone. Another missed wound, I believe.
Yeah.
Now the other pulse carbine. Rerolling the 1. Don't think that's a hit. Gun drone. I imagine he's going to go for the grot. No, he's going for the work. I guess it doesn't really matter.
I mean, I would. The ammo run right next to him.
Yeah, I think we're talking about the top right.
Yeah, top right, that ammo run. I definitely would have rather put the shots into the ammo run because it's going to be so much easier to kill.
I think it's the same. Yeah, I was going to say, actually, that ammo run is the same odds of killing, I think, because it's toughness 3. And it's still a 6.
I thought it was toughness 2.
Just the Gretchens are.
Yeah, you weren't here when we were talking about that, Ryan. The Gretchen, the thing about the ammo runs is they're toughness 3, but Gretchens are toughness 2.
Huh.
So looks like the other pulse carbine got a hit through, maybe. Not sure what's rolling right now.
Oh, it's a flesh wound. He was shooting at the. He's got 2 flesh wounds on that cinder boy right now. So
oh my gosh!
Shooting at that. That was a 1 on the injury roll.
It might have been this gun drone right on the between the middle and top left point, possibly.
I think you're right.
So I probably should have done this earlier, but I promoted you guys. So I think we might be able to see your cursors on the board now. Or that's that only for players?
That's
yeah.
only for
All right.
the TO position, which would be where
Yeah.
you are,
Yeah.
and players.
Yeah, because I'm kind of disappointed that I can't draw a ruler line, but oh well.
This is a responsibility I should not have, though, because now I can flip the table. What have you done?
Oh no.
The temptation.
It could happen at
Look
any
that.
moment.
You don't
Well,
know.
we'll just have to hope it auto saves.
Oh man. So I think that gun drone that I thought shot is now shooting at
Just did, yeah.
something, maybe.
It looks like he did eventually take that boy out of action on that center point, though.
Oh, that must be it.
Yeah. And now he shot. Oh, I think they're going into the fight phase now because he just flipped his Gretchen leader token over.
Oh, the Grat leader just whiffed on his one attack.
That's fair. He did his job.
Yeah. I don't think he's going to lead by example, though.
Nah,
He's saving it for the up and at him because he's only got that one CP.
Yeah.
I mean, a little bit, Hazak, but it helps you guys and helps the commentators know exactly what models they're talking about.
He's trying to decide if he wants to.
Piling in a little bit.
Yeah, I think he's going to inch a little bit more over so he can walk over to the drone after. Yeah, I think he's still closer to the drone. I think he's trying to get closer to the rail rifles over there, the comms and sniper.
And then he swings and gets 2 hits onto the demo. And he's going to be wounding... Oh, actually, he only... Wait. I'm not sure what just happened. I think he's making an armor save. Or was that a wound roll, I guess?
Oh, and he saves it.
Wow. Are they slow rolling this?
Oh
my God.
So this is actually something that's pretty important. This is something that Alec touts quite a bit when playing against Tau, is to force the decisions to make the armor saves, or to make the savior protocols one at a time. So that way the Tau player doesn't know how many they're going to have to save against before they have to toss them over. So it's a routine that he has quite often. So that's why he's slow rolling his wound rolls.
That's smart. Although I want to point out that Pathfinder gunner just made 2 6-up saves.
Yep. So it wouldn't have mattered.
Yeah.
But
And then over here on the shield drone. Shield drone's got 2 4-up saves. And he makes 1, and he's got the 5-up feel no pain. Which he makes. Brandon's making some good armor here today.
Mm-hmm. And there's his there's the shimmy. See what I mean by cunning more than brutal?
Yeah, Alex Squares is a very precise player, I've noticed.
Yeah, to say the least.
Yeah, I actually first noticed that watching him play Michael T. Holy at LVO.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe this is this in the bottom right with the shield drone who fails a save?
No, he decided to re-roll that, so he's not going to up and at him. Oof.
Okay. Interesting. And the shield drum lives, I guess.
Takes a flesh wound. Now that shield drum looks like it's fighting that the leader there. Ooh, and hits on a 6.
Oh.
Uh-oh. What? Oh.
He doesn't
Alright.
lose that. Well, actually,
He does, because it's
no, shield drones are strength 3.
so he re-rolls it, though, and he gets it.
Oh, boy. Hmm.
Doesn't say.
Alright, here comes the
Will
damage
roll
roll.
grot, and he doesn't die. And he's used that reroll already. So
Yeah.
that's just a flesh wounded grot. Who, in all likelihood, will shake, though. So.
Yeah, I think that's Brandon's best hope now is just trying to inflict as much damage as possible and just try to get these orcs to break.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, come to think of it, will there be a break test after this round for Alex? Because I'm seeing 1 flesh wound, 2, 3,
Flesh
4,
wounds on the board.
7.
Hazak in the chat says that playing Alex is like playing a chess match where he's playing chess and you feel like you're stuck playing checkers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
So I think, unless I'm miscounting, I believe there will be a break test for Alex. I might be miscounting, though.
Oh, I missed the Amarant there. So he's got 5 out of action, 6, 7, and I believe he has 15. So he's
If
actually
he has
okay.
15, he's fine. Okay. I might have missed. I thought I counted 13. Yeah, you're right. 15. So he should be fine, at least for now. Unless this Pathfinder Gunner does something wild.
Well, the shield flesh wound on the boy.
Oh.
So he's at 8 out of 15. So I think that is a shake.
Oh, boy.
A broken test.
Yeah.
Well, he gets to reroll that 1, so even in the fight phase, but he misses anyway. Yeah, I mean, if this break test goes badly for Alex, we could actually see maybe a bit of a turnaround here. And I think there was kill more this round for the Tau. And he could get hold more if the break test goes right. Which, I don't know if was that his break test right there? The 1 and the 1?
I think he was typing it.
Okay. So let's see. Moment of truth.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my God.
And he doesn't have a CP to make any auto passes.
Yeah.
Oof.
Oh, my God.
You know, it's actually in the BAO packet, they're the high-profile targets equivalent, headhunters. You actually get the points if all of the specialists shake, but that isn't like that in this packet. So that's kind of a huge difference maker right now.
So I think now, yeah. So he's just figuring out the order he wants to roll these morale tests in.
And so that's a fail.
Yeah.
Knob.
Yeah.
This is looking kind of ugly for Alex right
this
now.
This is looking very grim and dark.
Yeah. Maybe now on the boy over here. I'm not sure which order he wants to do the rest in.
Hey, at least his veteran passes.
That is true. His veteran passing is honestly, that's a huge thing for
Orcs.
Orks.
Have the hold 1.
Yeah.
He got 2 out of his 3 secondaries.
He's actually kind of in a scary spot where if everybody shakes, except for his knob, he can't get 2 charges off.
Oh my god, yeah.
And then it's a matter of getting cut apart, which I don't believe he... Did he get cut apart this round?
No.
No, so that's pretty killer. He will get Relic, though. That's kind of a safe one.
He's just rolling the rest of them. Fastnets are all ones.
Hey, auto passed one.
Hey!
Which one was it that auto passed?
And there's
Passed
another
two.
auto pass. Oh my
Was that his
goodness.
leader? Did his leader pass?
That's
Is it
huge.
these two? It's these two.
Oh
on the
my
bottom right.
god.
He just rolled another
Uh,
auto pass.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. That's huge, actually, because he'll be able to get that full 2 CP.
He has. He kept him from holding more with that too.
Yeah.
'Cause
That
we both
was
have two.
an amazing stroke of luck in the end there. Holy
Mhm.
crap.
So if they've completed scoring, I think they're still working it out actually.
So they're going into round 4. Does not appear Brandon has scored any more secondaries outside of than their ranks.
So we're sitting at 11 and 9 at the end of that to Alex. But
Yeah.
major
Not a lot.
disadvantage to Alex right now, having
Yeah.
3 playable models.
Hey, one of them being the veteran is a pretty big deal.
Yep.
To be fair.
He's making that charge.
He's probably just going to charge everything 12, I would imagine.
Yeah,
Because
just
this
try to
is-
get vicious.
Well, I
Well, the
suppose
two-
there's risk, yeah.
The 2 on the bottom right are locked in combat though, unfortunately.
Yeah, so he won't be able to get it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so he's not getting vicious. I guess the best bet is to...
Cut apart in thin.
Yeah.
Missed a leadership test. So
Is
it
it this
looks...
orc on the left?
I think one of the Tau.
Yeah.
Okay, they're measuring for the greater good, it looks like right now.
Yeah, that veteran knob is making a charge. It's just kind of deciding who he's actually getting.
Well, the scary thing is in making a charge that pulls him off a point though,
Yeah.
unless he goes to the middle. Yeah,
I love when they pin the models that are getting charged, and it's just every model is getting charged.
He's got to be careful with those because those 2 gun drones.
Yeah, that's 8 Overwatch shots that he's going to get off there.
Mm-hmm. Rerolling 1. And that veteran knob only has 1 wound too. Seeing these frenetic cursors is fantastic.
Yeah. And he's going to shoot the other pulse carbine now. And he does get...
Ooh.
which this is a 2-wound model, so this is he gets the wound through, but we're gonna need to see more Overwatch shots, and he
Saved
actually
it.
does it.
Yeah. That knob only has one.
Oh, does he? Yeah, because of the blue.
Yeah.
Okay. And the other 2 Overwatch shots fail.
Gets one
Gets
again.
1. Okay, so this is actually quite important.
But
He
misses.
misses the wound. Will he?
He's thinking about it.
Looks like Alex is going to charge. There's not going to be a reroll, and he gets an 8 overall with Evil Sunz, which I believe is exactly what he needed to get to this drone on the middle point. But he's looking at the.
I mean, I think that's a smart move to at least stay safe and also control a point because none of his other targets are actually on point.
Yeah. I mean, I know
Uh-oh.
he really probably wanted to get rid of that recon drone, but I don't think he really can.
Yeah, it's a bit of a trap.
Yeah, with the situation he's in.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, honestly, it should be pretty easy decisions here for Brandon, I think. As far as some of his drones move.
Well, let's just kind of think realistically. He's probably going to get hold 1, hold more, kill 1, kill more. So that's going to be four points to Brendan.
Yeah.
We don't know what his third secondary is, but he has free range to do whatever positioning and setup he needs to do in order to ensure he at least gets 1 from that.
Yeah.
He could have taken pivotal point, which if that were the case, he would definitely not be scoring that objective. Because in order to do that, you got to control the objective the entire game.
Looks like he's trying to take this away from him.
Yeah.
I have a sinking feeling that he took death from afar and he just hasn't hit it. I think he hasn't gotten that many ranged kills, and I think the ones he's gotten have been short range. I could be wrong though. I can't exactly remember. But yeah, with the volume of fire going on, and he's shooting in a lot of models with flesh wounds too, potentially. Mm-hmm. He could get a lot of out of actions here.
Yeah, you see he's measuring from that drone in the top right objective, measuring all the way down to the bottom, trying to see if...
Yeah, he definitely has death from afar with all the long bump shots he's trying to set up.
Yeah.
And he can get that multiple times in a round. That's one of the few secondaries that you can score more than once. So.
He rolls a 6 for an advance here. Oh.
He's trying to sit on that point.
I'm not sure he needs to.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I mean, I guess is that a gun drone?
Yeah.
He's probably he's going to fall back with the shield drone, assuming that. Did that shield drone pass his nerve test? Looks like it. So maybe just try and light up the Gretchen.
Not that it matters anymore, but it at least gets him a...
It is the easiest kill on the board.
Yeah, exactly. Because right now, there's only kill 1 that he would be able to muster, Alex.
Yeah, I'm assuming this Pathfinder gunner is going to fall back, and then the other 2 Pathfinders are going to go long range and snipe the Orc boy and get death from afar.
Yeah. Or they're just both going back in the corner there.
Actually, I believe that Orc boy is one of the ones that passed with a 1.
I think so. Alex was measuring a 6-inch fallback, and I think by putting them all the way in that corner, Alex is just going to fall back around that canister.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of a misplay there from Brandon, because I don't think he's giving his guys any shots there in the corner.
No.
And
they might have shots over on those on the top right objective on the Orc boys, but
yeah,
the one Orc boy, I suppose.
Yeah, and that would definitely score him death from afar. Not sure if both of them have line of sight. Looking into that now.
So, well, I hate to do this, but I guess with the close of this cow movement, I'm going to leave the rest of this to you two
All right.
Not a
to
problem.
close out this game. It's been pretty exciting one. I have a sinking feeling that the crumping might not.
Yeah. Sad
Um,
orc noises.
Yes, better. All right. Well,
Can we get some sad orc noises in the chat?
Wow.
thanks for coming on to onto commentary, Emmanuel.
Happy to do it. Yeah, it's been fun.
Yep. Talk to you guys later.
See ya.
Oh no. Don't want that. Yeah. Looks. So I like the movement of the recon drone on that bottom left objective.
Mm-hmm.
Just flying right over him and getting on the objective there.
No obscurity. Easy
yeah.
shots on him.
Yeah.
I think
Controls
that
the
was very
objective.
smart.
Yeah.
Now, what Alex needs to do, and I'm sure he's thinking about this, and I'm hoping he is that if he wants to try and maximize the points that he can get, he really needs to make sure he plays his pile in appropriately with his veteran knob.
Yeah.
Because if he doesn't position away from if he doesn't position towards the shield drone that he charged, if he kills it, he won't be able to then consolidate to pick up his token.
Right.
So I'm sure he's thought about this, but what he really needs to do to try and give him the best chance is to get that kill one, hold one, cut apart, and
It looks like we've got the comm specialist taking a shot at the orc boy on the top right objective here. I don't believe that's a hit. It is. That's definitely not a wound. Oh, that was the sniper spec shooting. Okay. That's why it was able to hit on the 3, because he buffed it with the comms.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that's a big 6 there. Definitely a wound. So that AP -4, that just goes straight through for D3 damage. 2 damage there. All right.
He's going to need a 5-up.
Yeah, he gets it. All right, so that is his second kill this round?
First one.
First one?
Yeah. But that just got him a death from afar.
Yeah.
And he can keep plucking away and hopefully get more of those. That's what he's got to do. So right now he's sitting on likely 5 points this round.
Yeah.
Town, man.
Yeah, they are tough. They are very tough. Even with these infinitely tall containers that they can't fly over, they're still so maneuverable.
Mm-hmm. And this is a great setup for him too, because the firing lanes are very, very, very forgiving.
Yeah.
Trying to get another death from afar from that gun drone.
Oh my gosh.
If you look down here, he actually didn't fall back with that shield drone.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not sure why.
That's
missed it.
That's a big mistake, yeah.
because both of those guys can crump now.
Well, I mean, that is the Crumpin' drone, as we've been told. So,
That
you
is
know,
true. It might have
Um,
energy blades attached to it, so we don't know.
yeah, it's just like a Beyblade. It's just a flying Beyblade.
Yeah, that's 2 orc boys out, and does that give him a second death from afar?
I think it did, because that was with
Yeah.
the
That's the gun drone all the way in the bottom right.
yeah. Oh my gosh. All right, that looks like it's the recon drone shooting right now. So those 4 shots all at once.
Mm-hmm.
So that is
2 hits.
2 hits. Looking for 3s here. Gets them both. Oh my god, he's rolling so hot right now.
Yeah. 2 4-ups.
Gets
There
them.
That was unnecessary suspense from that dice box.
Yeah,
Did
right.
that lag for you a little bit as well?
Yeah, no, it happens. It happens sometimes. You just throw them in there, and you're just like, all right, where are they? And then sometimes it'll render in as like a black die with the value of
Right.
1 on top, and you're just like, I put 2 dice in here. What are you talking about?
Right. So I think he's moved into fighting. And I think that was with the in the middle with his now veteran, maybe?
Think so.
And he couldn't make it.
All right, now that Beyblade drone is fighting.
I'm assuming that's into the leader.
Did it just hit?
I think so.
No, it didn't. Yeah.
Oh, it's a 5.
They need a 5-up for the drones, yeah. The other drone fighting back. Hits. Or no, it doesn't because it has the flesh wound.
Alex is doing something to his dice. I'm not sure what he's doing. I think that was an orc boy into the shield drone down there.
Yeah.
And he killed it.
Finally.
And he can actually consolidate straight forward, end up closer to that gun drone and pick up that token. Because if he consolidates north right, he technically ends up closer to the next closest target, which is the gun drone, and then we'll pick up that token. So that'll give him the maximum points he was going to be able to score this round anyway.
Yeah, true.
He nearly maxed his secondaries for what it's worth.
Yeah. Had it gone to a tiebreaker, the tiebreaker is whichever player is the most max secondary. So, and then I've talked with Shane about this in the in like the tournament
doesn't
final.
Look like he consolidated though, unfortunately. That's a bummer.
F.
Sorry, go ahead. You were saying you were talking about with
yeah.
Shane.
Like we're gonna tally up total points as well for other sorts of tiebreakers whenever we do the weekly updates for this tournament.
Okay.
Yeah, so every point matters.
Although technically, I think he was base to base over there, so he wouldn't have had to.
Oh, right.
So I think he gets it anyway.
Just clearing those shaken tokens off right now, and looks like we're going to go into the morale phase here. Yeah, and they're just doing the morale test for the models that are on the objectives, because those models are going to be the only ones to really have an effect on the outcome of this game. All right, so that one in the bottom left is shaken.
He's probably waiting to see if he'll probably auto pass the leader. I'm assuming he has 1 CP left. He didn't use that. I don't know if that's helpful because he'll still have hold less in that situation.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah. But either way, no matter what he did max score whatever he could have done this round because that veteran's always going to pass.
Yep.
Yep. So that's a 3 on Relic Hunters, a 3 on Cut Apart.
Pretty sure Brandon should be maxing thing their ranks here. And I don't think he gets... He definitely should have more for Death from Afar.
I think so.
Yeah. And then one more for high-profile targets. Do you want to actually switch over into their channel so we can talk to them? All right, cool. I'll see you over there in a second.
Sweet.
Well,
All right.
hello.
So put you up to 15. Or well, 14, 14, and you won on the tiebreak.
Yep.
Oh,
What?
That
Yeah.
is exactly what Ron and I were talking about, that this might come down to a tiebreaker, and having 2 max secondaries did it for you, Alex. That was intense.
Well, I only had the 1 max secondary.
yeah, I didn't manage to get any. He did a really good job of keeping his orcs out of line of fire, so I wasn't able to get Death from Afar in the first 2 turns. Or high-profile targets, which is really my goal for the game.
You had the slappiest drones I think I've ever seen.
Oh my god, I can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, this shield drone, murder drone, MVP.
We actually already have a name for it. Per Ryan, that is your Beyblade.
Yeah, that's the
Oh,
Beyblade.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
I love it. Well, I guess I go down to the losers bracket, but that was a really fun game.
Oh,
Well,
that
what's
was
what's the score right now?
So it's 14 to 14.
Okay.
So he gave me an extra point for the tiebreaker. So however you guys want to, I guess, enter that. I guess it doesn't really matter since it's just pure win-loss and double elimination.
Yeah, that is how it's entered. Brandon, did you count your Death from Afar for this last round?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
That was the first Death from Afar I got all game.
Okay, and you only scored it. You only got like 1 long range kill this round.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the only other guy I really got with my Railfire.
No. Because this gun drone took out this orc, right?
That's
Yeah,
what
And
that's what we
then-
thought.
yeah.
And then this guy took out there. So you actually get 2. So no, this is your win.
But then also,
I can only get 1 per
Nope.
round.
Death from Afar, you can score multiple times around.
but Alex,
Yeah.
you did score Cut Apart on that shield drone. So it's still the same situation.
Oh, it is?
maxed-
Okay.
Yeah, you
Okay.
didn't. You started out at 2, so it's still 15-15
Yeah.
with the
Well,
tiebreaker.
Yeah, we'll still count those full points because every point matters. In the final standings. So, but yeah,
Okay.
great game, you guys. That was awesome.
Oof. That was fun.
Yeah.
I also realized I killed two orcs in the final round, so I got another rank up within their ranks.
Oh, so you do win.
I do win.
Excellent.
There it is.
All right.
So 16 to 15. There we go. Very good.
Awesome. I will edit that in now.
Hey, Alex,
Underground
can I-
Fight Club, here I come.
That's right.
Yeah.
That was a really good game. Oh, that was so fun. It is so late. I'm gonna be really miserable tomorrow.
Yeah,
All
right.
right, go to bed, dude. We'll have a rematch sometime. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I cannot wait to watch the VOD and hear
Yeah.
you guys go nuts about the Beyblade.
Oh yeah. Well, like, how is this thing killing stuff? And I'm like, it's just got big razor blades on it. It's just a Beyblade.
Yeah. Those are really fun games. It'll be interesting to watch it from your guys' perspective.
Yeah.
Thanks for the match. I am gonna head out
Yeah, you go ahead.
because I need to be up in 5 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will see you guys around.
All right.
Yeah.
I guess I'm moving on.
All right. See you, dude. All right. I will sign off as well. Was there anything else we wanted to chat
No.
about? Are we good? All right.
That stroke of luck there at the end where you actually made a bunch of auto passes on the morale test. That was like unbelievable.
Yeah.
Was there anything that you wanted to talk about the match, or?
Nah, that was a good game.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll see you guys on the bottom side.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Underground Fight Club.
All right. You guys take care. Good
All
night.
right. See ya.
Good night. Hey, thanks for having me, Ryan.
Yeah, man. So, yeah, that about wraps it up for the stream here. Thanks everybody for watching, and thank you, Emmanuel, for coming on and doing some co-commentary with me and Shane. We'll hopefully be able to do it again next time.
Yeah.
All right, awesome.
Happy to be here.